Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. We're back here in Dragonvale. My name's Gordon. Today we're going to be checking out the Mythic Dragons. Two new dragons. They came out a couple of days ago. And we're going to go take a quick look at them in the market here. And in Dragons. And there they are, two new Mythic Dragons. Ooh, I'm getting gems. Cool. Bahamut is the first Mythic Dragon, and Tiamat is the second Mythic Dragon. And both of these dragons, I found out, are also in the game Dungeons and Dragons, which is that role-playing game that's been around since the 70s, which is pretty cool. In Dungeons and Dragons, Bahamut is basically the king of the good dragons, and Tiamat is the queen of the evil dragons. And you can get lots of info on both dragons as they are in the Dungeons and Dragons game online. There's tons of info. You can probably find them on the Wikipedia website. Just Google Bahamut D&D or Bahamut Dungeons and Dragons, and the same with Tiamat. And you'll get the page if you want to get more info. And Bahamut, in Dragonvale, it says Bahamut, the benevolent great worm of order, justice maker, he of the mystic wisdom. Bahamut comes to the Vale with a trail of titles as impressive as his wingspan. Many things have been forgotten in our realm, said Elminster, but Bahamut's reputation as a truly great dragon is still fondly remembered. So that's probably the good part of this dragon, which is all good. And the queen of the evil dragons, Tiamat, the mythic queen of chaos, there you go right there, chromatic conqueror, she of the pentacountenance. In her short time in the Vale, Tiamat has earned herself quite the list of honorific titles. You wouldn't want to be on any one of her 5 bad sides, Elminster cautioned the Gwydion when introducing Tiamat. The version of her in my realm, well, perhaps that's a tale best forgotten. There's more you can read about Tiamat below. Now, to get these dragons in the park, first thing you need to do, or first thing we did, was buy the Mythic Hall of Mysteries. And it sort of walks you through, after you update the game, it walks you through buying the Hall of Mysteries. We've got it right over here, all by its lonesome on a new island that we just got recently. And you enter into the island and you pick one dragon, either Bahamut or Tiamat, and you can buy Bahamut down here for 1,600 gems, or you can roll for a fragment. We've already done that, so we've got our timer going. You get to roll one roll per day. So we got our timer going. We don't get to roll for another 23 hours, 37 minutes. You can also hit one of these green X's and buy one fragment at a time if you like. Oh, I see. Some are 50 gems, some are 200, depending on which ones you buy. I imagine they all add up to the 1,600 total. So you collect the fragments for the mosaic there, and Bahamut and Tiamat has masks, and you collect fragments of these masks until you have all 5 masks. So once you collect them, then you can summon the dragon into the park. It's just like Gia and Kairos. So we're going to go over to our other park. Okay, so let's go over to the Mythic Hall of Mysteries we got over here in our park. And we go in here and we can enter, select one of the dragons. We'll select Bahamut. And we can roll for a fragment here. So we're going to do one roll, but my plan is to actually buy the dragons because I got a lot of gems here. And I just want to get the dragons into the park. And that way you guys can see the dragons and check them out also. And hopefully we'll get a bit more info on how it all works, because I'm sort of just learning as I go here. This is pretty new, so we're going to find out how everything works together. So let's roll for a fragment and see if we actually win a fragment. And you can see on the right, you get nothing if you get a 1, food all the way up to 14, and then the last two, 15 to 19 is a fragment, 20 to 21 is 2 fragments. So let's roll the dice. I'm pretty sure it's the same dice that's in Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know the game very well, but anyways, we're going to roll the dice and see what we get. Let's get, yes, 18. So we got a fragment. Very cool. And there's our fragment. 1 out of 10 fragments to get, but we got our gem, or our fragment, so we can't roll again for another 24 hours. And I don't think Kairos will speed up the timer here, but we're gonna check that out a bit later, just to confirm that. Now, what I want to do now is I'm gonna buy these 2 dragons in this park, and in the other park, I'm gonna go through the whole rolling for fragment process until I get the mosaic and the masks, and some of the 2 dragons in the other park. But the first thing I want to check is I want to go into the market and see my habitat total, because I want to know if the habitats that the 2 mythic dragons come in will count against your total or not. So I'm at 94 habitats. I have 102 that I can get, so I can get another 8 habitats here. So I'm at 94 habitats. So let's go buy the first dragon and go in here. And we're going to get Bahamut. And I got the first fragment, so it's down to 1,550. So a few gems less. I guess that's 50 gems less. So let's buy Bahamut and get all 9 remaining pieces for 1,550 gems. Yes. And here come all the pieces. And you can see the completed mosaic for Bahamut. And we're going to summon this dragon and put it into the park. Now, when you summon it, you automatically get the habitat here. And you position the habitat to wherever you want. You move it anywhere you want in the park. It's a pretty big size. And we just give the done check mark, and here comes Bahamut into the park. Very cool. There he is right there. Now we've already done a roll, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do another roll today. Let's see if we can do a roll. Activate. We can enter here, and I think that just goes back in to see the mosaic. There it is there. And activate. Let's see if we can activate Bahamut. So we can activate Bahamut right off the bat, even though we've done a roll the same day because we bought the dragon. Now, Bahamut affects these 5 elements at the top: light, air, earth, water, and metal. So I think the way this works is you pick a dragon that you want to level up. So it starts with the highest level at the top. We've got 19. And it lists all the dragons that have these 5 traits that are listed at the top. So let's say we're going to go a bit lower. We got a lot of high level dragons, so maybe we want to level up. So we can't do all these other dragons because they're not with those elements. So let's say we want to level up our iridescent dragon 1 level. So we pick our iridescent and roll for level +1. So we're going to go and roll. And 1 to 7 or 8 to 15 will get us food. And, oh wait, that's cool. 16 to 19 will give us a level +1. And 20 to 21 will give us a level and a roll again. So let's see what we can get on this roll. And you can see down here at the bottom on the left, add 1 to roll 5 gems. So let's see if we add +1 to the roll. for 5 gems. What does that do? Would you like to add 1 to your roll for 5 gems? Okay. And now it's glowing. So I've only done that once. And we're going to roll. Ooh, we got 18. You rolled 18. You added +1 and got a 19. So now Jaeger is shall become level 16. Cool. Boom. Level 16. And I'm not sure what that add to roll for 5 gems was all about. So there's Bahamut, and let's go get the other dragon. And we're going to enter into here, and we got completed on Bahamut, and we're going to pick Tiamat. And we can't do a roll because we already have done one, and we go buy Tiamat and get all 10 remaining pieces for 1600 gems. Yes. And here come the 5 masks, which look pretty cool. And a summon Tiamat. I got Tiamat. I'm really excited to see this dragon. It's the first 5-headed dragon in Dragonvale. The habitat looks pretty awesome. And we're gonna hit done. And here comes Tiamat into the park. Cool. 5-headed dragon Tiamat. And I imagine we can activate Tiamat right here. So we're going to do the same thing with Tiamat. We're going to pick a dragon to level up, and it has 5 different elements. It's got dark, cold, fire, plant, and lightning. So what dragon do we want to level up? Lycan dragon. So roll for level 1, add plus to roll. I'm going to do this after I roll to see what happens. I guess it adds 1 to the roll, so if you roll a 17, it'll give you an 18. I think that's how it works. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's my take on that. So add 1 to roll. So let's do that again. Yes. So it gives you the glow around the dice. And we're going to roll. We got 11 and we got food. See, it added 1. That's what the 5 gems did. You added +1 and got a 12. So I rolled 11. I used the gems to add 1 and I got a 12 and I got 25,000 food. And now I gotta wait 24 hours until I can roll again. So once per day is a roll on both dragons. We're gonna move him in just a little bit. Of course, you can just tap and hold, and then it'll move for you, and just hit the green check mark when you're done. So there you have it. Those are the 2 new Mythic Dragons in the park. Now, a couple of things I want to check. We have 23 hours, 55 minutes, pretty much the same time on the other dragon. And I'm going to go over here first to the market and check the habitats to see if it counts against your habitats. And it doesn't. So the 2 habitats, when you get them into the park, they don't count against your total because I'm still at 94 habitats. And I can get up to 102, so that's cool. The other thing I want to check out is to see if Kairos will speed up the time before Bahamut or Tiamat is active again. So I'm going to go set up everything for Kairos, and I'll be right back. So here we are at Kairos. I've got everything set up. cashed out all the habitats, checked the quests, the breeding, got the food going, and we're going to activate Kairos and see if it speeds up the Mythic Dragons. And Kairos has done his thing, and let's go all the way back over here to the Mythic Dragons, and let's see if it sped them up. And nope, it does not speed up the Mythic Dragons, because it's still at 23 hours. So it's just like the Colosseum. Kairos does not speed up the Colosseum and doesn't speed up the Mythic Dragons. So I'm waiting another 23 hours, 49 minutes, and 52 minutes on this one. So tomorrow I'll have another turn at leveling up another dragon in the park. So the last thing I'm going to go take a look at is the Dragonarium and just see what they have in the Dragonarium for the Mythic Dragons. There they are, the two new Mythic Dragons. And it takes you to a cool screen where you can see the dragon. There's Bahamut, and here's Tiamat, the new 5-headed dragon. It's pretty awesome. I really like this dragon. And as a bonus, now that I have all the dragons in the park again, you can see my Dragonarium is now sporting a new flame. So I have all the dragons again, and I got my Dragonarium flame back, which is awesome. So hopefully I'll have that, and probably until the Easter event. So very cool. So there they are, the new Mythic Dragons. Good luck getting them into your park. It may take a while collecting all the fragments for the mosaic and the masks on each dragon, but just keep trying each day and eventually you'll get it. Don't look at the whole picture, just focus on one fragment at a time. Maybe that'll be a little less overwhelming. I'm going to go through the whole process as well in my other park to get these two dragons in that park as well. So thanks for watching. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like or a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on Dragonvale. We'll see you guys next time.